There's something primal about walking alone. No distractions, no noise. Just you, your thoughts, and the cold, hard truth about who you are. Most people are terrified of it. They cling to their pack because they fear the silence. They're scared of the void that comes when the noise of the world fades away. But not you. You see, to become a true leader, an alpha, you've got to know how to survive, thrive, and rise alone. The wolf mentality isn't about being a follower in a pack. It's about understanding that sometimes you need to walk the path by yourself to come back stronger, sharper, and more dangerous than ever before. Most people, they'll never get this. They'll never understand the power of solitude because they're too dependent on the safety of others. They don't have the guts to face themselves. They need their crowd, their validation, their constant noise to feel alive. But you were born for the wild. Step 1. Embrace the loneliness. Loneliness is where most people crumble. They fall apart when they don't have someone to lean on, someone to talk to, someone to give them that quick dopamine hit. But here's what they don't get. Loneliness is a gift. When you strip away the distractions, the fake friends, the empty conversations, you're left with just you. And that's where the magic happens. That's where you find out what you're really made of. Being alone forces you to confront your weaknesses, your fears, your demons. It's where you stop pretending and start becoming. Most people run from that. They avoid it like the plague. But you'll embrace it. Because in that space, when it's just you and the silence, you'll find clarity. You'll see what needs to be done. You'll realize the only person you can rely on, the only person you can trust, is yourself. That's where real strength comes from. Self-reliance. When you stop needing others to validate your existence, you start becoming a force of nature. Step 2. Kill the weakness. Weakness lives in the herd. The pack breeds dependency, and dependency breeds weakness. If you want to lead, if you want to stand above the rest, you've got to cut out the weakness. That starts with cutting off your need for approval, for comfort, for the familiar. When you walk alone, you're forced to rely on nothing but your own instincts. You sharpen yourself because there's no one else to save you, no one else to pick you up when you fall. You learn to adapt, to think faster, to move smarter. It's survival, pure and simple. And here's the brutal truth. Most of the people around you are dead weight. They're holding you back, anchoring you in mediocrity. They don't want to see you rise because it forces them to confront their own pathetic existence. So what do? Cut them loose. Walk alone. Let them wallow in their weakness while you carve out your own path. You're not here to be liked. You're not here to play nice. You're here to dominate. And domination requires strength, not the weakness of the herd. Step 3. Master your mind. When you're out there on your own, you'll face a new challenge, the battle inside your own head. It's easy to keep going when you've got a crowd cheering you on. But when the noise dies down, when it's just you and the doubt creeping in, that's when the real test begins. You have to become the master of your mind. Control your thoughts, control your emotions, control your focus. The weak crumble when faced with their own internal chaos, but not you. You'll learn to thrive in that chaos. You'll use solitude to strengthen your mental fortitude. Every moment alone is an opportunity to sharpen your focus, to reinforce your discipline. You don't need anyone's approval, because you know deep down that your strength comes from mastering yourself. Remember, you are the only one responsible for your success or failure. Not your friends, Not your family, not society. You. Step 4. Trust no one but yourself. Loyalty is rare and trust is even rarer. Everyone's out for themselves, and they'll use you to get what they want, if you let them. That's why you need to stop looking for someone to trust and start trusting only yourself. The wolf that leads the pack isn't waiting for permission. He's not asking for advice or looking for someone to guide him. He trusts his instincts. He trusts his ability to adapt, to hunt, to survive. And so should you. Trust your gut. Trust your ability to make decisions even when they're hard, even when they make you unpopular. A true alpha doesn't need anyone to validate his choices. He makes them, and he lives with the consequences. Good or bad, they're his decisions. You're not here to be liked. You're here to lead, to dominate, to rise above the mediocrity of those who can't stand on their own 2 feet. Step 5. Return stronger. After walking alone, after embracing the silence, killing the weakness, mastering your mind and trusting yourself, something incredible happens. You return to the world a different beast. You're no longer the same as the rest of them. You don't think like them, you don't act like them, and most importantly, you don't need them. But now they need you. Because you've become what they never could, a leader. When you've conquered the loneliness, when you faced the void and emerged stronger, sharper, and more ruthless, you become the alpha. And that's when you lead the pack. Not because you need them, but because they need you. You're the one with the vision, the strength, and the discipline to guide them, to push them, to lead them where they couldn't go alone. But make no mistake, you're not coming back for them. You're coming back to dominate. You've tasted the power of walking alone, and now you'll lead with the confidence of someone who survived the wilderness, thrived in the silence, and killed the weakness within. The path of the alpha is not for everyone. Most people can't handle the solitude, the discomfort, the brutal honesty of walking alone. But for those who can, it's the key to greatness. If you want to rise, if you want to dominate, if you want to lead with strength, you've got to embrace the wolf mentality. Walk alone, face yourself, kill the weakness, and come back stronger, more dangerous, and more unstoppable than ever. Subscribe to the Midnight Alpha, where we embrace strength, dominance, and the mindset to lead the pack. It's time to rise.